Vibrations and Libations. I'm James.
And I'm Captain Keith.
And tonight we are going to be listening to
the Claypool Lennon Delirium, South of Reality.
And Keith has dressed the part for being South of Reality here today, it seems. So that is
right.
That's awesome. I'm digging it.
We're loading in the rocket ship, James. That's why I had to be prepared, because we're loading in the rocket ship to go South of Reality, because this band and this album, South of Reality, will take you straight to the multiverse.
Right.
I mean, you won't even remember where you're from when you're finished listening to this album.
Well, we're going to launch off here at the start of this album, and tonight we're drinking Rogue Bat Squatch, and they say it's a hazy Indian Pale Ale. So we will open that up here in just a moment and start pouring that shit. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and open mine up. I'm interested in seeing what it's going to look and smell like.
Maybe you'll encounter the Bat Squatch somewhere south of reality.
Oh, I'm sure the Bat Squatch is a resident of South of Reality. So, if you're not aware of the Claypool Lennon Delirium, of course, this is Les Claypool, who is famous from the band Promise. And who is the Lennon on this, Keith?
It is Sean Lennon.
That is the son of
John Lennon.
John Lennon of Beatles fame, of course.
Right.
So we, needless to say, just if you check out Keith's headgear over here, this is a bit of a psychedelic trip that we're going to be taking on this album tonight. So
probably psychedelic, progressive rock.
I would say so, for sure. Yeah.
Slash. I'm gonna have to take these goggles off.
Uh-oh.
They're fogging up. I can't see.
Keith's too hot. I like that look even better. Just on top of your head, you're ready for the voyage.
All right. Well, we were diving in. I had to have the goggles on. You never know what's going to happen when you're in a spaceship, man.
True.
I mean, shit goes south real quick. All right. South of Reality is the second studio album from the Claypool Lennon Delirium.
Okay.
And it was released on February 22nd, 2019. Its highest charting on the Billboard 200 was 88, which is a crime because it is way better than that. But, you know, there's a lot of normies out there.
Yeah.
I'm a weirdo.
Yeah.
These guys, you know, trippy on their own, came together. I think they met at a Primus show, maybe. Sean was talking to Les Claypool's son, and then eventually got to talking to Les, and they decided they were both weirdos and needed to collaborate. And now we have this fantastic music. Their first album is Monolithophobus.
Okay.
And it is fucking fantastic as well, so you should check it out. And
yeah, well, I'm sure we'll do a video on it too after I've listened to it. So I've been listening to this for a solid probably 2 weeks, ever since you first sent me the picture, said, hey, check this album out here. So I've been listening to it, and I've enjoyed every damn minute I've listened to it. I really have.
Right, I've had this album for probably a month now, and every time I listen to it, it gets better. It's so layered and so deep. I mean, I told James earlier, I've got to be within the music. I've got to have it surround me and engulf me and become one with it, because it's just deep and thick, and you can swim in it. The fucking, you know, it paints just such a beautiful picture.
It does. And
the soundscapes and everything that they create. Sean and Les play all the instruments on the album. I think except for on a couple of songs, they bring in a drummer and something, but Sean plays the drums on a majority of the tracks. And he plays the keyboard, and Les plays the keyboard sometimes. Sean plays guitar, so if you like the guitar, I love the guitar.
It's solid. I mean, it is a solid guitar all the way through in every song. You know, I was a little surprised by it. I mean, when you hear about Les Claypool, you know you're going to have some bass in your face.
Right.
You know, that's just a given. And then Les also has a distinct sounding voice. His vocals, you know it's Les whenever you hear the bass and when you hear him singing in the vocals. But Lennon is, I hate to probably beat a dead horse that's been beat before, but he sounds just like his dad.
He sounds a whole lot like his dad.
And I'm not going to say that there's any non-original stuff in it, but it is eerily similar to some Sgt. Pepper's in some songs. I think some early Beatles sounding like John Lennon's vocals is what I'm trying to get to.
Right.
He sounds a lot like John, and which is not a bad thing. That's good. I enjoy it. I think it's a solid performance from both of them. And I wasn't a Promise fan back in the day.
I was a little bit because of how weird and zany it is.
Yeah,
and
zany is a good word. Yeah.
I think it comes across that same zaniness comes across on this album as well. And just watching the interviews with the two, and I didn't know a lot about Sean before this, but I'm going to be listening to. I know he has another band, something with the tiger in it. And I have to apologize that I can't remember it. It escapes me at this moment. I should have wrote it down. Should we list the tracks?
List the tracks of this album, and don't leave any out because they're all great.
And then Little Fishes, Blood and Rockets, Movement 1, Saga of Jack Parsons, Movement 2, To the Moon. That song has a video. You've got to check it out. It's about Jack Parsons, who's extremely tragic. He's part of the JPL Rocket Scientist Project, which is a precursor to NASA. And his story is weird. It is weird. And this song is weird and wonderful. South of Reality, the title track, Boriska, Easily Charmed by Fools, Amethyst Realm, Toady Man's Hour, Cricket Chronicles Revisited, Part 1, Ask Your Doctor, Side Effects, spelled P-S-Y-D-E, and the final track is Like Fleas.
And I hate fleas. I hate animals that have fleas on them when they bring them in the fucking house. And so what does this album have on it? It's a goddamn giant flea-looking creature on the front of it. And it disturbs me. It doesn't make me mad. It disturbs me every time I see it. I have to look away. I have to just kind of put a mental sensor block right here over this thing. It freaks me out.
Well, look at this, James. That flea is trying to get to the ultimate.
The bat squatch? Yes.
That's where he's trying to get. No, it's just South of Reality.
That is that's probably the coolest ass label on a beer that we have done. I'll hold it out here. That we've done for a while. So, Rogue, good job on the artwork for the beer can there. I really like that.
So what do you think about the beer?
I was just getting ready to say it. I really like the beer too. It is, it's not too intense, and it is right. It is hazy.
It is hazy.
You cannot see through that. I don't know if that's unfiltered or if it's just hazy like that, but it is a thick looking beer, and it is a thick tasting beer to me.
Yeah.
I think it's got some meat to it. I think.
Yes, it's very hearty, but at the same time, it's not overwhelming.
No.
It's well balanced. It's really drinkable. I think on their website they say you could take it camping, or on the can. That's where it says it is like perfect for camping and potentially making a new friend.
Right.
If you're drinking out of this weirdo can, I guarantee you're gonna meet a fellow weirdo. Maybe I would come up and talk to you.
The bat squatch may just come up and get you. The alcohol by volume on this is that 6.7. Is that what I'm reading there?
Yes.
So,
and the ABV is 54.
yeah, so it's a bit of a stout one there, and you have a few of those. You're gonna be a little South of Reality.
Yes.
Throw that little pun in there. So
I love it. Les Claypool, I was watching an interview with him, and he was talking about the name of this album, and the overall lead up to the concept was he was watching the eclipse back in 2017 with his father, and his father lived just south of Totality.
Ah, okay, yeah.
And
yeah.
so it was south of totality, it was just south of reality, just south of being able to see the thing, and you know, that's kind of sad but funny at the same time, and that just led to the album.
I think that Les Claypool, he's a unique musician.
Oh yeah.
Now, earlier when I said I didn't get into Promise that much, I wasn't a huge fan of Promise. I listened to a couple of albums. Sailing the Seas of Cheese, I think, was the album that I listened to the most back in the day. You know, the one-offs like Jerry Was a Race Car Driver, My Name Is Mud.
Right. My Name Is Mud.
Yeah, those are just classic songs from that time. And like you said, it's a little zany, you know, in there. It was different. I just never really got into it. Yeah. But with this, I think the guitar on this and then the bass going on together, I think they're a really good fit. And I think their vocals, for as distinct as Les Claypool's vocals are, Lennon's vocals kind of come in and marry in together, and it kind of gives it a balance through the album, I think. So
right, they sound great together.
Yeah, they really do.
Their vocal harmonies and the layering of the vocals are just badass.
Right. So, as Keith mentioned earlier, if you go onto YouTube and you watch videos, or even the songs that don't have videos on it, they just have graphics that are related to the album cover.
Like Amethyst Realm.
Yeah, it's worth a watch. So go on YouTube. I'll put some links down in the description here, so you can just kind of easily click on those and watch them. But the videos are great, and then the stuff that doesn't necessarily have a video to it still fits in with the music and the mood of the music. So put it on your TV if you can cast it to your TV, and just enjoy your favorite beverage or other. What's the word I'm looking for here?
I don't know.
Your other your favorite recreational substance.
I'm an innocent little boy.
So enjoy your recreational substances and just kind of chill out to this on YouTube. So
even though I'm an innocent little boy and look like a psychonaut, I'm dressed straight to go into the multiverse.
You need a cigar in your mouth. That's what you need.
Oh man,
a cigar with a big long white ash on the end of it, and you can look like you just come from battle or something. Right. Driving a tank. You're the tank commander or whatever they call those kind of people.
Captain Keith. I just knew I had to suit up because
it's an awesome fit.
Because when the Les Claypool's bass is like the sound of the rocket engine that propels the Claypool Lennon Delirium into the multiverse, and I just always picture a guy, and he's got these goggles on, and
he's ready to go.
He's just rocketing right into it,
right.
Man, and I just had to do it.
So if you can hear this song, I hope you can hear it kind of clear. What's the name of this song, Keith?
South of Reality.
South of Reality.
It's the title track.
It is. Yeah, it is the title track, and listening to this is where it kind of gets more into the psychedelic kind of sound. And I think every time I hear this song, I'm thinking go-go dancers and some just real straight up LSD trippy music. Maybe some early Pink Floyd, like Arnold Lane kind of days, Pipers and Saucer Full of Secrets, that kind of stuff.
Uma Guma.
Yeah. Careful with that axe, Eugene. It does sound a lot like the live side of the live album on Uma Guma. Yeah. But so if you like that kind of stuff, definitely check this album out. I haven't listened to the other album that Keith mentioned earlier, but definitely check this out. I think you'll like it. It's a new take on some, like Keith said, psychedelic progressive rock. So just do it for sure. Don't even think about it. If you see it, just buy it.
Right. Either one of them, Monolith, Phobos, or South of Reality, buy it. And they do have an EP where they do covers of like King Crimson, Pink Floyd. I can't remember who else is on there. Maybe The Who. But I think there's 4 tracks. But you got to do it.
So needless to say, they're inspired by that 60s kind of scene, that 60s, 70s kind of progressive rock scene.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, the guys are all on their own though.
Mhm.
I mean, they're in a different realm. I mean, Sean had a wonderful start with his dad, you know.
Yeah.
That influence alone. Dad was in the Beatles. I'm sure he liked the Beatles songs because,
I would think so.
I mean, it's obvious he's not scared of his voice.
No.
At all. I mean, it's wonderful that he embraces it and he builds upon that.
Right.
And he opened a door his dad never did, you know?
Yeah.
With this. I mean, it's like his dad said, "Oh, that door, that's a little weird." But Sean opened that door and
Walked right through it.
I'm so glad he did because he's his own man and it's wonderful.
Okay, so the beer, again, it's Rogue Bat Squatch. So let's rate this a little differently.
How?
Okay, so on a scale of 3 different ratings, the lowest being pour it down the sink, the middle being get one from a friend, and the highest being buy it yourself. What would you give it?
I'd go buy it myself.
All right, I would too. I would definitely go buy this. I don't know where Keith got this at, but I would definitely go buy this myself, and I would enjoy every one of them because I've already about down this one. I might as well just go ahead and finish it. No sense in it getting hot.
I agree. Well, I already said it. I would go buy it myself. I'll buy it again. Because I'd buy it for that. That's why I bought it. Because that cool fucking can. I mean, look at that shit.
Mm-hmm.
If you're drinking this, you're automatically a badass.
Okay, so
If I'm going to drink this while I'm wearing this hat, I'm automatically a badass. If you saw me drinking this and standing next to your daughter, you'd be like, I ain't talking to that guy.
Right.
I'll leave him alone. He can do what he will.
Okay, so the album, South of Reality, would you download it? Would you borrow it from a friend? Or would you buy it?
I would buy it.
Buy it.
I would buy it again. It came with the free download. So you'll buy this and it comes with the free download digital copy as well.
All right, cool.
Some albums don't, but this one does.
That's right. And I kind of like that because it gives you the opportunity to listen to it, you know, when you're on the go.
I have not put the download on my phone. I've got the download on the computer, but I haven't put it on my phone because some albums are so special. It may sound counterintuitive or whatever you call it, but some albums are so special you should just listen to them when you're fully present.
Yeah.
And this, for me, is one of those albums. I believe the only time I should listen to this is when I can be fully engulfed in the music. And I mean mentally, physically, transcendentally, if that's a word.
It's close enough.
Psychedelically.
Yes.
I think, yes. I have to listen to this hard copy. I have to be spinning it, set in front of the speakers with it turned up as loud as it can be with my eyes closed.
So buy it.
Yes.
Absolutely. I totally.
In
totally
short,
agree.
buy
it. All right. Well, what else have we got? Well, I don't know if you can pull the other album or not, the other record out or not, and I don't know if you guys can see this, that it's on the record player spinning, but it's got a badass wax to it. It is, it's really cool. Keith's going to pull it out here real quick. The record, not
Yes. James, it's a family show. Look at that.
So the splatter art on that is pretty cool, and you never know what you're going to get whenever you got that, because they're all individual. You know,
it matches the album cover and the can.
Lock the flea out. Yeah.
It's cool as hell.
Yeah, the label in the middle of it has some unique little artwork to it while it's spinning. It's kind of cool.
I can't pronounce what that is. It starts with a Z though, and it's cool as hell.
Yeah.
There's Jack Parsons right there, the Rocket Man.
All right, so we're gonna buy the beer. I'm gonna buy the album. Keith already has it. I've been listening to it online, but I'm gonna buy the album. And
I saw that Jack Parsons video and the Blood and Rockets video, and I was like, buy that.
Yeah.
Buy it right now. Put it in the cart.
Right. Okay, so anything else you got to add for this album, Keith?
Nothing other than let's ready for takeoff.
All right, guys. So we hope that you're able to get a hold of this album, give it a good listen. Thanks a lot for watching. As always, check us out on Instagram and on Facebook, Vibrations and Libations at both areas of the internets, and post some stuff on there. Give us some comments down below. What would you like to listen to? What do you like about the Claypool Lennon Delirium if you are already a fan? And give us some feedback on that. So for myself, James, and
Captain Keith,
thanks for watching, guys, and we'll catch you next time if we land from the Delirium taking off.
bye-bye.
Bye.